It's not a sim story. I'm not here to pander. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to BS you or sell you a course. I'm here to tell you the truth. Men, we're missing out. When you try to exclude women from your life, you're missing out. What do I mean? And just follow along with me for a little bit. Let me talk. Let me cook. A good woman, right? Let's preface this saying you have a good woman. A good woman in your life will change your life for the better, frankly, flat out, right? Ignore the rhetoric, ignore what you see on social media, ignore the reaction videos, right? I like to highlight the hyperbole. I like to highlight the wild, the weird, the insane. And yeah, sometimes it does reveal in the regular in how most of us have seen reactions like this. But let's talk about what most of us have not seen. Why our parents sought each other out, why our grandparents sought each other out, and further back. To the first caveman looked and saw the third caveman. The second one was a woman, and he said, Unga bunga. He hit him over the head and he took his woman. Why? Because a good woman will change your life for the better. We are the lines, they color inside, they give life color. And I'm like, if you haven't experienced it, just stay with me. Stay with me. Haven't experienced this, and it's not an ace metaphor pander thing, but a good woman will inspire you, right? You know that feeling you have when you are super motivated. Now, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna eat right. I'm gonna double down on that craft that I'm trying to work on. That motivation, that spark, that amazing, uncanny thing that hits you and then leaves. Right? We get that as men, just man to man, just you by yourself, me by myself. I get that feeling, right? I get that spark, and sometimes I can run with it, I can carry it like an ember. I'm blowing, and I'm hoping it just kind of stays alive long enough for me to go towards whatever I'm doing. I know it's going to die. I know it's going to jump and it's going to leave and it's going to do what it needs to do and find its way to someone else to inspire them to give that spark. Discipline sees the day, right? I get it. I get that, right? I'm a living embodiment of that. This channel has been active for almost a month and we've got 100 videos on there, right? That's discipline. 2 videos a day, just nonstop. At least 2 videos a day. That's discipline. Right. I get that. We're not talking that. We're going to set that aside. Discipline. That was the first video. We'll set that aside. That spark, that's a good woman. That muse like inspiration is almost as like a unfettered, unrefined, and almost inexhaustible feeling. That's a good woman. That's what a good woman would do for you outside of all the other things that you can look and say, right? Cool. This is a thing that we don't talk about in this space. We don't talk about it. It's easy to be like, hey, leave them alone. No. Just get your passport. Cool. We're being real. We like to talk, real talk corner, right? We like to talk real. There is a very real reason why we seek the comfort of a woman and not a sexual sense. That thing, that pat on the back, that whispered word that gets you moving, that pushes you forward in life, that says, okay, I'm going to go and slay that dragon. I'm going to go out there and work. I'm going to have something come back home too. That's very real, right? It's very real. And again, we don't talk about that in the space because we like to look and we like to vilify. We like to look and say this is person's the enemy. This is what's wrong with our society today. If only women were to get their act together. And in a lot of senses, I agree. In a lot of senses, I absolutely agree. And this is not one of those stories where, well, what about the men? Cool. We know the men are trash. We know we've been trash forever, right? Our PR department has always been terrible. But men, man to man, to pretend like women don't have a place in our lives is a foolish endeavor, right? A good woman, I'd rather you do it alone. I'd rather do it alone than wind up with someone that that simply I'm regretting. It's a double edged sword. She can inspire you to highest highs, or she can sink you to the lowest lows. That's the game. That's what we're looking for. That's what's out there for us. You don't need it, right? We know you don't need discipline. You don't need that motivation. You don't need that spark. to win the day, discipline does that for you. It's always done that for us. But we know what that feels like when that motivation meets that discipline. You become unstoppable. You become a juggernaut. You become a force for whatever you're trying to do. Let's just acknowledge that that's the truth. It doesn't change the trajectory we're on, that we don't change our lives. We don't do things specifically for women, but we can sit here and acknowledge that no, that's a real place. There's a reason that we're driven to seek this out. There's no shame in acknowledging the truth, even if don't get into the thing like I don't want to give them credit, I don't want to give them points. No, let's just call a spade a spade. You have a good woman in your life. There's a reason why we say it. Why statistically they look and say if you're married, you tend to do better. You tend to make more money. That driving outside of the fact that you need to make more money because she's going to spend your money. But outside of that, there's a real reason that she can drive you to higher heights. The fact is, right? At the end of the day, we're better together. And if we can manage to do that, then we're in a better place. Some of us are going to get that chance. A lot of us aren't. If you're not, that doesn't mean your life is over. It just means struggle harder, do what you got to do, same path that we've always been on. That own self-improvement, that's on us. Everything else is secondary. If you can get a good woman, a good partner with you, yeah, you're on a faster track. That's just real. That's what we do here. We just talk real. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if even if you've experienced that for a brief moment in time. I want to hear your story. Right? Women, you can chime in. You can sit on the sidelines. You don't have to say anything, or you can come in and say, give me a thumbs up, throw a subscription. Like, you know what I'm talking about is real. I'll see you in the next one.